Have you ever found yourself in a situation where everything seems wrong, but you're unsure whether to stay or leave? Maybe it's a toxic relationship, a job that drains your soul, or a circle of friends that pulls you away from your faith. You keep questioning whether this is Allah's way of telling you to walk away. In today's world, these decisions aren't always easy. Social media pressures, modern distractions, and cultural expectations can cloud our judgment. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, provides us with signs to guide us. In this video, we're going to explore 7 subtle but powerful signs that Allah is telling you to walk away, no matter how hard it might seem. Recognizing these signs can save you from greater harm, protect your soul, and bring you closer to Allah's plan. Stick with us, as these truths might be exactly what you need to hear today. Sign 1. Your heart feels heavy and unsettled. One of the clearest signs that Allah might be telling you to walk away is when your heart feels heavy and unsettled, even though you've tried everything to make things work. You might be in a relationship, a friendship, or a job, and no matter how hard you try, something just doesn't sit right. This isn't just a coincidence. It could be your heart recognizing what your mind is refusing to accept. Have you ever stayed in a situation far longer than you should have, just because you were afraid to walk away? That unsettling feeling in your chest, that constant mental battle, might be Allah's way of pushing you towards something better. Sometimes, He closes doors not to punish us, but to protect us from harm that we can't yet see. In a world that pressures us to keep pushing through, we often ignore these inner signs. But Islam teaches us that our heart, when connected to Allah, is a powerful guide. If your heart feels weighed down and you can't find peace, it might be time to step back and reassess the situation. Sign 2. Consistent barriers and obstacles. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, something just doesn't seem to work out? Whether it's a relationship, a career path, or even a personal goal, sometimes the doors you keep knocking on just won't open. In the Quran, Allah reminds us, perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you know not. Instead of feeling frustrated or defeated, these consistent barriers might actually be Allah's way of redirecting you towards something far better. It's like trying to walk through a door that's firmly shut, while another, better path is quietly waiting to be discovered. Think about those times when you forced something to happen, only to face more setbacks. Perhaps the very challenges you're facing are a sign to stop and reassess. Are these difficulties guiding you to let go and place more trust in Allah's plan? When the struggles start to feel overwhelming, remember, sometimes Allah's greatest blessings come wrapped in the form of redirection. Rather than fighting what isn't meant to be, step back and trust that there's a better path ahead. Sign 3. Your inner peace is disturbed. There are times when, despite everything looking fine on the surface, something just doesn't feel right inside. Your heart feels uneasy, and you can't quite explain why. In Islam, our heart often serves as a compass, guiding us toward what is right and warning us when something is wrong. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Righteousness is good character, and sin is what disturbs you, and you do not want people to know about." This inner discomfort is more than just a feeling. It's a sign that something is off. Perhaps you're in a situation that conflicts with your values, or maybe you've been neglecting your faith in some way. This disturbed peace is Allah's way of nudging you to reflect on whether you need to walk away and realign your life with your core beliefs. Have you ever stayed in a situation that seemed fine on the outside, but left you feeling unsettled inside? Pay attention to that feeling. It's often a call to action. Don't ignore the signs that something needs to change, even if it's difficult to let go. When your heart is at peace, it's easier to stay connected to Allah and follow the right path. So if you find your peace disturbed, it may be time to step away and seek out what truly brings you closer to Him. Sign 4. Toxic relationships are weighing you down. One of the clearest signs that it's time to walk away is when you find yourself surrounded by toxic people, whether friends, family, or colleagues. These are the relationships that drain your energy, fill your heart with negativity, and pull you away from your faith. The Quran reminds us, "And keep yourself patient by being with those who call upon their Lord in the morning and the evening, seeking His countenance. And let not your eyes pass beyond them, desiring adornments of the worldly life." Sometimes we hold on to relationships out of obligation, fear, or guilt, even though they're harming our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. But Allah encourages us to surround ourselves with people who uplift us, who remind us of our faith, and who help us stay on the straight path. Have you ever felt the weight of a toxic relationship pulling you down? Perhaps it's time to step back, reflect, and ask yourself if these relationships are taking you closer to Allah or further away from Him. Toxic environments can cloud your judgment and disturb your inner peace, making it harder to stay connected to Allah. By distancing yourself from these relationships, you allow space for healthier, more uplifting connections that align with your faith and values. Sign 5. Repeated rejection is a redirection. Rejection is something we all face at different points in our lives. Whether it's the end of a relationship, a missed opportunity, or feeling like life just isn't going according to plan, these moments can leave us questioning ourselves, feeling hurt, or even wondering if we're on the right path. But in Islam, rejection often serves a deeper purpose. It may be Allah's way of guiding us away from what we think is good for us, towards something that is truly better for us. Breakups, for example, can feel devastating. They leave you with questions, doubt, and sometimes heartbreak. But often, these emotional separations are Allah's way of protecting your heart from further pain, or guiding you to a relationship that is more aligned with your values and purpose. It's difficult in the moment, but over time, many realize that what they once considered a loss was actually a blessing in disguise. Beyond romantic relationships, rejection might come in the form of a job offer that didn't come through, a friend who drifted away, or a project that never took off. In each of these cases, it's easy to feel defeated. But what if these are signs that Allah is clearing the way for something far greater than what you had planned? Rejection teaches us resilience, patience, and trust in Allah's wisdom. It's a reminder that life isn't about getting everything we want, but about aligning ourselves with what Allah knows is best for us. In moments of rejection, instead of focusing on what was lost, shift your mindset to what could be waiting for you. Think about a time in your life when something didn't go the way you wanted, only for something better to come later. These moments of redirection are part of Allah's plan, helping us grow, learn, and ultimately receive blessings that are far greater than we could have imagined. Sign 6. When you feel uncomfortable or uneasy in certain situations. Sometimes, Allah sends us subtle signals through our emotions, making us feel uncomfortable or uneasy in certain situations. You might be in a social setting, a work environment, or even a relationship, and suddenly things just don't feel right. This inner discomfort could be a sign from Allah telling you that this situation is not for you, or that it's time to step away. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised, "Righteousness is that with which your soul feels at ease and the heart feels tranquil, and wrongdoing is that which wavers in the soul and causes uneasiness in the chest, even if people repeatedly give you their opinion in its favor." This hadith highlights the importance of trusting your gut instinct, what Islam refers to as the natural fitrah that Allah has given each of us. If a situation feels wrong, or your heart feels restless, it's often a sign that you need to reevaluate it. Sometimes, we ignore these signs because we don't want to leave our comfort zones or disappoint others, but by staying, we may be going against what is best for our soul. In today's world, it's easy to push aside feelings of unease. We get caught up in social media comparisons, societal expectations, or trying to please others. But these feelings of discomfort are often Allah's way of steering us away from something harmful or spiritually draining. Ask yourself, have you ever been in a situation where you felt uneasy, but you ignored that feeling? How did things turn out later? Trusting that inner feeling, especially when it aligns with Islamic values, could be Allah's silent message telling you to step back, recalibrate, and seek a better path. Sign 7. When you feel a strong intuition to let go. Sometimes, Allah guides us not through external events, but through an inner feeling, an intuition that tells us it's time to walk away. This isn't about fear or doubt, but a deep sense of knowing that something no longer serves your higher purpose. Islam teaches us to trust the signs within ourselves when they are aligned with faith and wisdom. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Leave that which makes you doubt for that which does not make you doubt." This hadith emphasizes that when something creates unease or uncertainty in your heart, it may be a sign to let go and move towards something clearer and more aligned with your faith. Sometimes, we cling to situations or relationships because of fear, but deep down, we know they're no longer right for us. If you're constantly feeling unsettled or doubtful about a particular situation, this hadith encourages you to seek clarity by leaving behind what causes confusion. It's Allah's way of helping you to avoid things that may harm your spiritual path. Trusting that Allah has something better planned can provide the peace you're seeking. Letting go can be difficult, but when you trust that Allah knows best, you allow room for the blessings that He is preparing for you. It's about finding peace in Allah's wisdom and making space for new opportunities that align with His plan for you. Life can be full of challenges, and sometimes the most difficult decisions, whether to walk away from something or someone, are the ones that can lead us closer to the blessings Allah has in store. The signs we've discussed are reminders that Allah is always guiding us, even when it feels hard to see His plan. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. This verse beautifully encapsulates the wisdom of trusting in Allah's plan, knowing that He is preparing us for something better, even when we face difficult moments. If these signs resonate with you, it's a gentle nudge to trust the journey Allah has laid out for you. I hope this video has brought you some peace, clarity, and a reminder that Allah is always by your side, guiding you toward what's best. Before we go, if you've been enjoying these videos and haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to join our community. Subscribing helps you stay connected with more content that can support you on your path of faith and personal growth. Thank you for being here, and please share your thoughts in the comments. Have you experienced any of these signs? May Allah guide you, bless you, and grant you strength on your journey.